Hello everybody, it's me again, a new video. I know I was going to do a video about a bodybuilder, but the day snuck up on me, and I kind of forgot. So we're going to talk about sets, reps, and all that jazz. Now, before we start, let me just explain to you that what I've been doing at the gym, doing about 4 sets, um, no more than 8, no less than 6. If I can do 8, I always go up in weight until I can get a good a struggling 6. You don't want the first set or even first rep to be anywhere near as the same as the last set or rep. You kind of want to struggle. Like, you don't want it too easy, but you don't want it too hard either. So it's pretty much been for everything: chest, back, buys, legs, shoulders. So let's get going to it. Also, trying to lose some weight. I don't know how much I weigh, but last time I weighed myself, it was about 196. And then I got sick a few weeks ago. So, yeah, oh, it's a mod. Getting distracted. So, summer starts in about 6 weeks. I'm trying to get my nutrition in, eating pretty much just going to be chicken, rice, and if I feel like a snack, some fruits or vegetables. Uh, See how all that goes. I'll probably end up getting down to 140-ish. You could follow me on Instagram. I might upload a before and after. We'll see. I really don't like Instagram or any social media. The only thing I find beneficial is maybe YouTube, because you can learn something from it. So when I was growing up, I was taught that the set rep range is pretty much this. 1 to 5 is for strength. 6 to 10 is for size. And then 10 beyond is for toning or conditioning. Um, Now, it's there's so many different sets, reps, range, whatnots. Like, for instance, you have the Mike Metzer uh, ideology, where it's pretty much hit high intensity training. According to him, you do a few warm up sets, and then you do one set to about whatever you can get. It has to be over 6, but it can't be more than 12. So, like, say you're doing arms, you do a few sets to warm them up, then you grab the super heavyweight, whatever that may be, and then you go until you get at least 6. And then you go to do a different body part, because that's it. You won't do any more biceps. Uh, Say you did the curls, you did your curls, you got your 8 reps, exhausted. Then you put it down, go to the next machine, say leg press, because you don't want to interfere with another muscle group. So you leg press, squat, some form of leg. You do your warm ups, do 3 to 4 warm ups, and then you do the super heavy set. And then you stop that, once you put it down, and then you run to, I wouldn't say run, you go to the next exercise. You did arms, or you did buys, you did quads. So next thing would probably be a back exercise. Preferably, what I like is I've been really like barbell rows lately. Some people say they're useless, but each to their own, I guess. I'm doing my best not to rant about the stupid Instagram fitness influencers that have, the new idea of training. Um, but I'm not really familiar with the whole Mike Metzer training stuff because I just pretty much do, I guess it'd be push pull legs. I just call it chest back legs, and I do arms. Because if you think about it, a squat is pretty much your pushing. The same thing as a bench, except for your legs. Um, where was I? Bit tired. Long day. Um, but now everyone's like, oh, you don't need more than so and so reps or so and so sets. Um, I've been told you need to at least do 10 sets per muscle group a week. I've also been told it's best to rest a lot. So, like, back to the Mike Metzer training theory is rest is more important than weightlifting. It's mostly nutrition and rest. You work out, you go balls to the wall when you can, but more or less you are resting because you grow when you rest. You're not gonna grow when you're breaking down constantly. So he he says, which could be a lie because most bodybuilders lie to sell their product. Said he worked maybe no more than 3 hours a week. Now I don't know if that's like bulking because you have a lot of muscles. I can understand, like, you have, but 3 hours along with cardio and some form of abs. But he does go to mention that there is no need for cardio because you're doing such high intensity training that, and if you're in a calorie deficit, you burn more than you're intaking, so you lose weight. Um, so you don't need to do cardio. He also trained Dorian Yates. Like, Dorian also took his ideology to pretty much balls to the wall, 1 set max, heavy as you can go. And he won, I think he was the second 8-time Mr. Olympia. But then you have other people like Arnold that's like, oh, you have to train 2 to 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. No, nutrition is a big part of it. None of them ever say otherwise. That's my downfall, is my nutrition. Which hopefully I will have fixed soon. Just gotta cut out all the sugar and shit. But what was I talking about? Yates, Arnold, Mike Metzer. Yep. Pretty much they're talking about HIIT, high intensity interval training. You do your warm ups, you go to balls walls. Arnold was more about training longer and whatnot. I actually have no idea where I'm going with this. I could just tell from experience what I found works. for size, what I found works is mostly you just you do a pyramid training. You just keep going up. You start with a decent weight, get some good reps, then you just keep going up and up and up until you get the minimum reps of 6. That's the way I've been doing it. I've been only going for about 4 sets. Stupidly today, I did not warm up properly. So when I hit bench, it was super heavy. I got my 8 and 6. Then I went to, what did I do? It was bench, side delts. Then I went to incline. After incline, did some abs. Then after abs, I went to cable decline, because I don't like decline bench press. Just feels weird. It's an awkward position to be in. But I didn't warm up properly for the bench press. I went from 135 right to 225, and it was kind of heavy. It's also a bit bloated from this pre-workout I took. It was a pre-bottled pre-workout, so that wasn't good. Probably, I mean, in reality, it really matters what works for you. You could try all the different kinds, because working out's more or less an experiment. Experiment? Yeah. And you're the project. Find what food works for you, find what exercise works for you. Maybe you're not a bench person, maybe you're more of a fly person. I work out with a guy occasionally, he can't really go all the way down on the bench press. Something about his, I don't even know what it is, his shoulder or his pec gets too tight, and he can only go like halfway down. But for me, I really enjoy the bench press, dumbbell presses. Flies are alright, but I don't really feel like I get anything with the incline flies. So mostly my flies are just the basic flies or um, decline flies. Uh, Even with the dumbbell flies, I don't really like them. I'm more of a just a press kind of guy. No, bench press, dumbbell pressed. I'm depressed. Leg press. I don't really like leg press. That's a lie. I like the squat. Squats are probably the favorite exercise to do for legs. But anyways, talk about chest and sets and reps and other things I'm not really sure where I was going. But yeah, my process is the same as it was when I was younger. 1 to 5 for strength. I've been finding out 6 to 8 for size is good. Then anything after 8 is more or less conditioning. But also, I've also read somewhere on the internet, Instagram probably, that it doesn't matter what your reps are, because either way you're building muscle. It's more or less about your nutrition. I don't believe that at all. I think some dude was just talking out of his ass. Because if that was the case, powerlifters would probably, besides being extremely strong, they would be jacked. Most of them, if they are a specialist, they're skinny. Even Tom Platz, they call him the Quad Father. He said powerlifters have skinny legs if they're under like 200 pounds. He was a guy that was more or less about going balls to the wall, as many sets and reps you could do, pretty much till failure. Like, There's videos in squatting, I think like 315 for 50, which I only was able to do 225 for like 20 before I was like gasping for air. That time it's more of like a will thing, more than a muscle thing. Like how bad do you want it? What else? What else? I don't know. Kind of drawing a blank. I'm getting stuffy right now due to fucking summer season and allergies. So running is going to be a nightmare. And there it is. Stepped up. Um, yeah. Brain finish shot. I want to feel it good. So that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe. To hear me ramble on about things that make no sense and what I enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time.